Aloha, everybody. This is Cathy Bilsky, the Quantum Leap Let Light Unite show on UPRN Radio. And this is Friday, September 25th, 2020. Today, we're going to do a lot of energy work. And, you guys everywhere but the United States, please join in. We really need your help because, if the United States goes down and we lose it to fascism, it's not going to look pretty for the earth, and we're going to have to work harder. So I really, really appreciate you all when you tune in and give this energy. And I also want to let you know that the next 2 weeks, I'm going to have a dolphin expert on, and we're going to talk about dolphins and what incredible masters they are. And, I've been swimming with the wild dolphins, and lately I've been swimming with tame dolphins that are at the Hilton at Dolphin Quest. And every time I go there, it's very magical, but they communicate telepathically. And some of the lessons that they do want us to learn. But, if you think of a dolphin, you're going, oh, my God, it's just a creature in the sea. And, then they make us laugh and they're joyful and they like to play. Yes, they do like to play. And they know how to hold that playful inner child energy by keeping their connection to the Creator. And they're going to share some of their secrets with us and how we can do this too and how we can manifest. But one of the lessons, and I'm going to throw this out at you as a challenge, if you can do this, what would happen if everyone understood that everyone was telepathic and they heard our thoughts and everything that went through our mind? How would we react? Because you couldn't hide anything, could you? You couldn't hide your thought. They would hear and see. Yeah, I think, and, I don't know what you would think, I think we would change. And, you can't lie that way. You can't, doing undertones because your thoughts would be known. So could you go for 24 hours? That does include dream time. And be joyful and not think any negative thoughts. Yeah, trust me, that's not easy, especially when you were born in the Midwest like I was, and it's where we thrived on sarcasm. But you can be playful, I guess, without being sarcastic. So it's a new shift. And I was with a friend of mine, and we were sharing those thoughts about, can you be joyful and not have negative thoughts, okay? And then comes walking down the street this very, very short lady. If she was 4 foot, she was tall, okay? Probably shorter than that. And she had a little on the heavy, a lot on the heavy side, okay? Shortest shorts you could think of. And a real tight shirt. And she walked by, and I just looked at my friend, and I just went by, kind of nodded my head, and I, of course, said, did you see that? And she looked at me, and she said, I've been watching her walking down the street, and I've been really doing my best to keep quiet. And I blew it. Oh, my God. And it's like, all right, so you're tested, for God's sake, okay? God will test you. Some of those tests you will pass with flying colors, and some of them you won't. What can I say? Learn by doing. But as long as you're conscious and you immediately get back into that divine joy. Now, what will happen if you can stay in that joy for 12 hours? Your life will change because you have just shifted your energy and cleared out your aura and your energy field of all that negative karma that you were holding and was holding you back. So here you are, focusing on light and joy for 24 hours. So stop thinking about yourself. How can you help other people? How can you do random acts of kindness? Can you do prayers for people? Go hug a tree, go commune, go look at nature. Listen to music that makes you joyful. See if you can do that. And then let me know next week. Give me a shout out that you tried it, and contact me either through here, UPRN Radio, or my Facebook page, Cathy Bilsky, or my YouTube channel, Cathy Bilsky. I really want to know what happens. Okay, guys, we are going to do energy work. And real quick, I said I wanted to focus on the U.S. We've got an election coming up, and it's really getting cray-cray out there. So, this is why I say everybody in Europe and Asia that listens to my program, go get your crystals out, because we really, really, really need and welcome your positive energy to do this energy work. So the United States doesn't become one of pure fascism, nor there's any kind of trouble after the election. So we're going to work on Washington, D.C., and helping those in power connect to source, energy work to help the U.S. awaken, energy work for the military and the police, because they have gone a little cray-cray, at least the police have. Of course, couldn't do the energy work without giving energy to Trump and Mitch McConnell, who's as evil as they come, Republicans and unenlightened Democrats. So we're going to try to cram as much as that of that energy work as we can. So go get your crystal, like I asked. And why did I ask people to get a crystal? Because crystals will amplify our energy. And I'm sitting in my crystal store. Behind me, oh, you can't see because it's a little bit blurred, is my 1,000-pound crystal Ela. And then I have another crystal that's 650 pounds. And I have a store full of crystal, which amplifies. But a single crystal in your hand at a point will do wonderful. All right, so for those of you that are going to participate, I want you to sit down, put your feet up flat on the floor if you can reach it. Put your hands in your lap like you're going to receive, palms up, because right now you are. And what we're going to do is I want you to take some deep breaths. I want you to inhale light and exhale out everything that no longer serves you. And imagine all that unwanted energy going through the violet flame back to God, and you fill up with your divine essence. So you breathe in light and exhale out everything that no longer serves you. And that energy goes through the violet flame back to God, and you fill up with your divine essence. So do that till I tell you to stop. So around each and every one of you, I'm going to surround you in a bubble of golden flame. I add to that the blue flame of protection, the violet flame of transmutation, the green flame of healing, and I seal you in the pink flame of love, and I call to all your teachers, guides, masters, and all the divine beings that work with you, the cosmic beings, the whales, the dolphins, and invite them in to help us amplify our energy work tonight. So imagine we're in a big stadium and we're holding hands. We're all connected through our heart chakras with love, and all the seats are filled. Everybody's holding hands. In the center, we're going to put this big crystal, amplify our work, and then we're going to create bubbles of light over that crystal and put the energy work in that bubble, and then we're done. We're going to take a deep breath and release it and let it go. So now we're holding hands, and I want you to feel yourself, your silver cord go up through the top of your head, reconnect to the Creator, come pouring into the top of your head, flow all the way down your arms. Let it flow through your body, down your legs, out your feet, into the earth, down your spine. And now I want you to allow some of this energy to flow down your right arm, right hand. And now we're forming many, many circles. And as that, we're sending energy to the right. We also call to all the gods and goddesses of light, past, present, and future, the Aborigines, the Kahunas, the medicine men and women, the dolphins, the whales, to join this energy circle and to amplify what we're doing. All the cosmic beings, the divas, air, earth, fire, water, metal. Join the circle and amplify what we're doing. And allow this energy to flow to the left, and as it flows to the left, the circle is now closed. So only that which is light may enter. We're going to invite the trees in and ask the trees to take this energy to send it in through the roots into the earth, so the earth can remain balanced, and out through the branches. So all light forms can feel this enlightened energy. We call to all the rocks, stones, crystals, minerals, all the earth keepers on the planet. Lock into the earth keeper in the center and amplify our work over 100,000-fold. Call to all the grids, ley lines, meridians, domes, obelisks, pyramids, all the sacred and holy spots on the planet to lock into this energy circle. And I'm going to ask Mother, Father, God, that you guide us into doing not our will, but thy will be done, and that everyone that's participating and their families and friends receive a healing from this, and that you guide us into doing again that our will, but thy will be done. So be it. All right, take a deep breath. And as you exhale, we're going to fill again with that light. Allow it to flow down your arms, out your hands, and direct it into the center, out your chakras, into this bubble of light. And in this bubble of light, we're going to put Washington, D.C., and everyone and everything that's involved with it. So we're going to call the violet flame and anchor it in D.C., transmute all satanic ceremonies, as well as around everyone working there. We cut ties between everyone's hidden agendas and all energy of white supremacy, fascism, Trumpism, transmuting that energy again through the violet ray. We ask that all dark energy veils be removed from everyone living in this area, in that area, and their higher selves. Help them reconnect to the Creator to become awakened spiritual beings. Now let's blast Washington, D.C. and that whole area with light. See it go into the Senate, see it go into the Congress, pages, the cabinet, the presidency, vice president. And I want you to chant with me. And we're going to say this 3 times. May divine enlightenment descend on everyone now. May divine enlightenment awaken within everyone now. All right, 3 times. Ready? May divine enlightenment descend on everyone now. May divine enlightenment awaken within everyone now. May divine enlightenment descend on everyone now. May divine enlightenment awaken within everyone now. May divine enlightenment descend on everyone now. May divine enlightenment awaken within everyone now. And allow that energy to integrate in a very, very gentle, kind, loving way with their cells, their atoms, their molecules going all the way down into their DNA. We're going to send extra energy to the Democrats so they're divinely inspired on how to stop this Trump Supreme Court right-wing conservative nominee from going and being put on the bench. If they have to impeach Trump again, let them do it. If they have to impeach Barr, let them do it. Let them put that into action, remove the blocks that's keeping them from going and doing it, and putting that energy into action. And see it happening in your mind's eye. See Trump being impeached again, Barr being impeached again. And as this happens, it blocks the Supreme Court. It blocks Trump from putting a Supreme Court justice on the bench. All right, fill that up with energy, and we're going to take a deep breath and release it. All right, so now we're going to create another bubble of light. And in this bubble of light, we're going to put everyone connected with the United States. So let there be light in the name of the presence of God, which I am, through the magnetic power, the sacred fire vested in me, I command. Imagine a golden solar energy descending down around all domes, obelisks, pyramids, and all sacred spots in the United States, anchoring that energy down to the grids and all ley lines. See this high energy reconnecting all this, ley lines and grids to the Creator. See this energy descending down around and through the White House, Pentagon, and where the shadow government hides. Call the higher selves of everyone in government, step forward into the light now, work for the good of the people, making divine decisions. And if they choose not to, which is their free will, we ask their higher selves and guardian angels to put them in positions of total, complete harmlessness, letting a light worker take their place. We ask that they're given lots of thoughts that they now want to retire and spend time with their families. We send energy to all politicians that are working on stopping war and Nazis and Trump and anything else that's going against the benefit of Earth and all life forms. See them being divinely inspired with new ways to get positive action moving forward. And we command the angels to give them and their families complete protection. We put extra protection around Joe Biden and his family and anyone connected with his campaign. We ask that all veils of darkness that is around anyone in the U.S. or planet that's keeping the people from becoming conscious beings be removed and replaced with a connection to their spiritual selves, becoming conscious beings. Now we're going to call the higher selves of the National Guard and military and police, asking all overlays be removed from you, so you too become conscious beings as you reconnect to the Creator. As you awaken, you see your family, friends, relatives as people that you harmonize with and start doing many acts of kindness for humanity. The more acts of kindness you do, the more you fill up with this intense divine joy that makes you want to do more acts of kindness. Now let's send divine love and divine balance, spiritual awakening. See that descending down through the U.S. now. And chant with me again. May divine peace, divine enlightenment descend around the USA now. May divine enlightenment awaken within everyone in the USA now. May divine peace descend around everyone in the USA now. May divine peace awaken within everyone in the United States now. May divine enlightenment and peace descend around everyone in the United States now. May divine enlightenment and peace descend around, awaken within everyone in the United States now. So fill that up with energy, and we're going to take a deep breath and release it. And again, I give thanks for this opportunity to serve. So we're going to create another bubble of light. And in this bubble of light, we're going to put the military, the National Guard, and the police. And it can be from all countries in this bubble of light. And we're going to direct it also to foreign troops that are on your soil, whomever they are. All right, guys, I had to take a short drink. All right. Let there be light. In the name of the presence of God, which I am, through the magnetic power, the sacred fire vested in me, I command. Call the higher selves of everyone in the military, the National Guard, the police, foreign and domestic, to help you step forward in the light, reconnect with the Creator, and become conscious beings. See all the protesters and people of foreign lands as your family, friends, aunts, uncles, sons, and daughters, and lay down your weapons, choosing not to hurt nor harm anyone. And this includes all in need of our country that was hurt by natural disasters, that's trying to vote, as well as any indigenous groups speaking out for the land. We ask the divine to awaken your spiritual being, allowing love, compassion, kindness, caring, peace, and divine love to flow through your body, mind, and spirit. As you reconnect with the Creator, a new joy fills your hearts. We ask your higher selves to guide you to doing humanitarian work that brings you joy. The more good you do, the happier you become. As you awaken, you realize that you cannot fight in any more wars, foreign or domestic, and stand down with going to any other country to fight for false reasons, which means any reason. You refuse to be deployed, to take bullets for your guns, to take any more vaccines. You speak your voices in ways you will not be harmed. May the snowball throughout all troops worldwide. You now call to the elementals of war, the guns, bullets, tanks, sound weapons, drones, etc., and that we now cut you free from your masters. Cleanse with the violet flame, reconnecting you to the Creator, and command you to be neutral, to misfire, to not work, to go off course. Choose not to hurt nor harm any life forms. See all police and military equipment breaking down and not functioning, if not being used to help humanity, and especially if it's being used against peaceful protesters. If they try to use it against peaceful protesters, see that weapon breaking down and it reversing its energy, going backwards. So we're going to send lots of protection, light, and divine inspiration to those peaceful protesters and all in need of help, including all indigenous groups speaking up for the land and for a fair election in the United States. See all religious groups coming together and working out a divinely inspired, mutually beneficial plan of helping the homeless and those in need. And again, may divine enlightenment descend around the USA now. May divine enlightenment awaken within everyone in the USA now. May divine enlightenment descend down around everyone in the USA now. May divine enlightenment awaken within everyone in the USA now. May divine enlightenment descend on everyone in the USA now. May divine enlightenment awaken within everyone in the USA now. How about we take that up a notch? May divine enlightenment descend upon the world now. How's that one? So that includes everybody. Ari. May divine enlightenment descend on the world now. May divine enlightenment awaken within all in the world now. May divine enlightenment descend on the world and all life forms now. May divine enlightenment awaken within the world and all life forms now. May divine enlightenment descend the world and all life forms now. May divine enlightenment awaken within the earth and all life forms now. Let's take a deep breath and release it. And I give thanks for this opportunity to serve. All right, so we're going to create another bubble of light. And in this bubble of light, we're going to put President Trump and his whole family and his cabinet and everyone trying to keep him in power. All right, let there be light. In the name of the presence of God, which I am, through the magnetic power, the sacred fire vested in me, I command. Follow all the crystals in the Washington, D.C. area to amplify light and transparency everywhere in the Capitol. We ask the Creator to remove all energy overlays that's keeping the public from seeing all the unnecessary expenses that the Trump family is creating, that the public is paying for. See the mass general public demanding Trump either stop going on as many vacation trips to any of his golf courses or pay for the trips himself, no longer using taxpayer funds for his golf trips or his Nazi rallies. See Trump having to pay all his money back to the taxpayers and all those cities that his corporation and company have ripped off from not paying for his rallies. Call to the higher selves of those people that are the decision makers to be divinely inspired for them to put liens on Trump's properties until he pays them. We ask that all veils and overlays that are protecting any of the Trump's kids, wives, or...
Keep your distance, wash your hands. It takes a face covering, as we're all discovering. We're all in this together like a potpourri. Well, you can count on me, NC. Visit countonmenc.org.
Ex-wives from the public's eye and receiving real justice are removed now. Let all their plans be brought to the surface in a way that Congress, the Senate, the New York Southern District Courts take action and strip them of all their power they've been given by Donald Trump to be replaced with someone with international experience. Remove all protection magic that is protecting them from jail time for all their illegal practices of making money from the president's office. See all the appropriate state prosecuting attorneys pursuing the Trump family for all their past and present money laundering schemes, and let them be given prison time for their treasonous actions. We ask Trump's higher self to release his hatred of anyone that's not white, going backwards and forwards through hundreds of thousands of his former lives. Let's remove his father's overlay over Trump. As it's removed, we ask his higher self to help him reconnect to the Creator to become an awakened spiritual being. Now we're going to see all in your mind's eye Trump's mob ties being severed and transmuted by the violet fire so Trump can no longer pull from that crime syndicate energy, whether it's Russian, Saudi, or American. Let all Trump's mob secrets be brought up to the surface and revealed to all, allowing real justice to step in. Remove all magical overlays of protection around Trump so there's complete transparency on how he sexually abuses children and women. Now let's send energy to all those women Trump has sexually abused in the past and present, along with the energy they need to come forward to speak truth and be protected from Trump and his followers and win in court. call the higher selves of everyone in the United States to realize that Donald Trump and family and the Republican Party are a national security threat. We ask that every American, no matter what party or don't come from a party, demand their representatives, judicials, and elected stand up and insist that the Trump administration again be impeached and removed from office because of all his high crimes and misdemeanors. Let there be world tribunal to judge Trump's betrayal of the Kurds and any ethnic cleansing that results from Trump's actions, including Trump allowing children, immigrant children, to be ripped from their parents and put in cages. We asked Michael, also the Archangel, to remove all overlays along with cutting all ties and binds that Bill Barr has the New World Order, Trump, and the Catholic Church. Let there be total transparency with all he does. Remove all overlays of protection around Bill Barr that's keeping him from being impeached and having his law license removed, hence removed from office. We call again to Archangel Michael to remove all overlays of magic that's keeping the Congress and Senate from standing firm again and impeaching and removing Trump. Cut ties and binds that Trump has to the KKK, Nazis, all white nationalism, and the Nazi racists, Stephen Miller and Bannon, and all Trump's ties to Putin and the Saudis. Let's call the violet flame through all of this energy to transmute all hate. See all of their plans, especially Stephen Miller and Trump's immigration plans, falling apart, as well as Miller being removed from his office in the White House. See all Trump's plans of winning the election illegally fall apart, and see people coming out. So many people coming out and voting for Joe Biden that Trump loses and he has to leave, or he's escorted out of the White House. See so many people come out in the United States and vote Joe Biden, that there's no misunderstanding of who won. We're going to ask the angels to block everything that Trump and the Republican is doing to win this vote illegally. If Trump has Hitler genes and the bloodline, we now cut all those ties to Hitler. The past and violet flame, all that energy replaced with light. We ask Trump's higher self to now let him reconnect to the Creator so he becomes an awakened spiritual being who now knows better than to hurt or harm. Again, if Trump refuses, which is his free will, we ask his higher self to put him in a position of harmlessness now. And if that means he's removed from office now for his high crimes and misdemeanors, so be it. If that means he's removed from office through voting legally, so be it. Let it be done. Woo. Let us tie and bind the god and goddess of war and chaos Trump is working with. Ooh. And all chaos magic attached to Trump. See the chaos magic neutralizing to nothing, having no power. See all of Trump's evil programs being reversed and repealed. And see Trump's barren tax be repealed and replaced for the tax rate from 2018. See, the courts making Donald Trump show all his tax returns now. And let's call to Ganesha the removal of obstacles to remove all blocks that's keeping Trump's taxes from being released to the public. Let's send energy to all Democrats in power to be divinely inspired. Again, how to stop and impeach Trump, remove Trump and Pence and all their cabinet members from office, see divine accountability manifesting in all those people's lives. We send energy to the Democrats so they're divinely inspired and they have the energy to stop this Supreme Court justice. And if that means doing another impeachment of Bill Barr and Trump, then let them move forward. Let it be done. See people rejoicing over this and coming out more to vote for the Democrats. See all satanic magic that is keeping the Trumps in power be neutralized. See people boycotting all of Trump's properties in protest of his putting children in cages, his immigration, family separation policies, being a Russian Putin collaborator, and to destroying the USA from within. See all overlays of Nazi evangelical magic removed from Trump and his family. It's time for Trump Pence to be impeached and all his family members removed from office, replaced with a human light worker. See all of Trump's plans and the Republicans' plans falling apart now. Fill that up with light and love. We're going to release it. All right, take a deep breath and again feel that divine energy flow down. And we're going to create another bubble of light and put in Mitch McConnell. Let there be light in the name of the presence of God, which I am, through the magnetic power of the sacred fire vested in me, I command. Called McConnell's higher self to help him step forward in the light, and if he chooses not to, which is his free will, we ask his higher self and guardian angel to put him in a position of harmlessness. We surround him in a bubble of mirror that faces him 2 inches from his nose, and we add the violet flame to the bubble to transmute all dark energy he puts out so he has no forward movement. The bubble of mirror stays up 24/7, 365 days a year until he does works of good. We ask that all his works be revealed so there is total transparency with everything he does. We're going to remove all magic from around everybody in Kentucky. So when they vote McConnell out. And see McConnell's challenger winning by a landslide. We also ask that all satanic magic energy that's protecting him and his wife, Elaine Chao, be removed from his energy field and hers, allowing them both to be removed from office and go to prison for their high crimes and misdemeanors. We ask that our Archangel Michael to tie and bind all of McConnell's energy so he does not have any more forward movement, especially with anything that really serves the wealthy. Call the violet flame through all his projects to transmute the energy and becoming neutral so there are no more forward movement. Cut all ties, oaths, and vows he has taken to Satan, the wealthy, and Republican Party. As that energy is removed from him, see him being reconnected to the Creator to become an awakened spiritual being who now wants to do works of good along with the desire to retire, to spend more time with him and his family. We see all of McConnell's power diminish to nothing. We see McConnell being voted out of office. All right, fill that up with light and love and take a deep breath and release it. I give thanks for this opportunity to serve. All right, again, we're going to create another bubble of light, and in this bubble of light, we're going to put in all the male white racists, the Republican Party, and the unenlightened Democrats in this bubble. All right. Let there be light in the name of the presence of God, which I am, through the magnetic power of the sacred fire vested in me, I command. Cut all ties to all. Yeah. Oops. Okay. We call the Michael the Archangel to cut all ties that the Republican Party and unenlightened Democrats have to any satanic black magic that's keeping them in power. We cut all ties to all their money sources, including the Koch brothers and Mercer family. We send this money energy back to God to clean it up. Now let's send all those money sources back to the poor and those that are standing up to the Republicans, including all recall groups and those voter groups. We ask that all these groups receive lots of donations, and the Democrat contenders receive lots of donations and excited fresh volunteers to make them lose when they're voted, when we vote, replacing the Republican Party, the racists, and the unenlightened Democrats, along with Trump, compassionate, kind, awakened spiritual beings. We remove all energy veils that are around all the people living in the United States that are keeping them from connecting to the Creator to become awakened spiritual beings. As they reconnect to the Creator, we see them becoming conscious beings, seeing truth through all the lies and deceptions, and transparency is manifested. See the masses filled with all kinds of divine inspiration on how to remove the Republicans, white racists, and unenlightened Democrats from office through political channels, holding special elections to remove them from office, replacing them with a human being, light worker, filled with compassion for all life forms. We called Ganesha to place many obstacles in the way of all Republicans, white racists, and unenlightened Democrats that want and create and implement programs that are not good for Earth or any life form. Programs that are intended to hurt and harm the poor, see them all falling apart. As people awaken, see them going to their Republican and unenlightened Democrats representatives, speaking their minds of discontent with all their agendas. And see these people not only speaking their minds, but voting them out of office. As Republicans and unenlightened Democrats awaken, connecting them to the Creator, that now allows them to see the horror that they wanted to create, then being inspired to correct it with compassionate love of service for others. And see them love life so much that they just simply retire, allowing a light worker, a human light worker being step in. We cut ties to the fear of women and the obsessive need to control them. I call the higher selves of all Republicans step forward in the light, cut all ties, Michael the Archangel and Shiva, to unbalance fear of women, abortion obsession, patriarchy, genocide, rape, pillage, plunder, incest, unbalanced fear of women, greed, power, gladiator mentality, military, war, might is right mentality, the need to have another Supreme Court justice, remove from their energy field cells, atoms, molecules, all the way down to their DNA, going through all their incarnations. And as this energy is released, I call the violet flame through them and all their works that are misdirected. Cut all ties to all black art, negative ceremonies that are being done, and any will to manipulate humanity and the earth for greed and profit. As it's released, I call divine male, female conscious to their hearts that will flow to the reptilian part of the brain. I called their higher selves to guide these men to releasing all women slaves or anyone being used as slave labor. Let us fill them up with divine respect for women, life, the planet, and all living things. See men and women's higher selves guiding them to accepting divine matriarchy and opening their heart, throat, and crown chakras. As these centers open, see them being very balanced, loving, kind, generous, peaceful, supporting women and groups that are in the light. Fill all these men with divine joy, divine mission, respecting the goddess within, and giving freedom and honor to all women. See them becoming kinder and allowing women to be equal, divinely conscious beings. We cut all ties to all executive orders that Trump has written and retained in the office of the Great Seal. We violet flame them to clean up all dark energies. Now we reconnect all those orders to the Creator and command them to be neutral. No more forward movement. All black magic giving any of his executive orders energy be canceled, cleared, and neutralized. We now see all Trump's executive orders being rolled back and stricken from the books. We cut all ties to Trump. Steve Bannon, along with any complicit Republican and unenlightened Democrats, their vision of Putin's reinventing the USA. You see this energy having all forward movement stopped, also dissolving completely. See all their Nazi Russian plans falling apart. Cancel, clear Trump and all the Republicans. New health care bill that's really a tax benefit for the rich. You see that energy again being neutralized and dissolved to nothing. No more forward movement. Call ourselves the Republican constituents and ask that they email, phone, and appear in person at the Republicans' office, voice their displeasure with their action, and vote them out this November. Call the higher self of Trump and Republicans trying to keep him in power. Step forward in the light. Stop acting like Nazi reptilians. Leave all the social programs and citizens' rights intact. Roll back all laws if that hurts the mass general public. And if you choose not to, which is your free will, I ask your higher selves and guardian angels to put them all in positions of harmlessness, letting awakened spiritual beings take their place. And if that means they're recalled, then may the recall gain lots of forward movement now. And if that means they're voted out, then so be it. Call the higher selves of all law enforcement to also reconnect to the Creator. And as they become awakened spiritual beings, they see through Trump's plans and choose not to cooperate, siding with the people. Let them become more conscious of all the income and benefits the government has taken from them, choosing to become the protector of the poor, standing down on all orders that is against the Constitution. And that brings them much joy and pride as they become good cops. We cut all addiction ties that Trump, the Republican Party, and unenlightened Democrats have to greed, money, and gold and power. We cut all addictive ties Trump has for greed, adoration, and drive to become a dictator. Cancel, clear, cancel, clear, cancel, clear. If it's for Trump's and Republicans' highest good and their karmas return to them now for all their actions against women, the poor, and the planet, let it be done, which may include all loss of money, all supporters, and all kind, and all power, which means they're voted out. Let the magic of protection be removed from around them and their plans now. If it's for Trump's highest good and for the good of everyone in the USA, let him be tried for treason. Be sent for prison for all his crimes against the people in the world. See Trump, his family, and cabinet doing jail time for their acts of treason. We see them all being removed from office in a way no one will be hurt or harmed, replaced with a compassionate humanitarian. And if that means Joe Biden wins the election right now, then so be it. Let's send energy out to all enlightened Democrats and awakening Republicans, standing up for the earth and all life forms and against Nazis. May they be sent everything they need to be successful. May divine enlightenment descend on all Republicans, white racists, and unenlightened Democrats now. May divine enlightenment awaken within all Republicans, white racists, and unenlightened Democrats now. Fill that up with light and love. Take a deep breath and release it. Thank you. Thanks for this opportunity to serve. Real quick, one more quick bubble. In this bubble, we're going to put all the light workers, and I'm going to ask Ganesha, Michael the Archangel, Shiva to remove all dark energy from around all light workers on the planet. As that energy is removed, see them reconnect to the Creator. They fill up with so much light. that they draw to them everything they need, more people to do their work, groups that they need to work with, and they fill up with so much light that they now create abundance in their lives, enough to fulfill their divine missions, live a comfortable life, and have more than enough to share with others. All right. See, all light workers, and that's everyone, all people that are protesting for all reasons. See them recharged and regenerated, and be sent divine inspiration on how to do their missions without being hurt or harmed. Fill everything up, everyone's divine missions, see it be given positive forward movement. Let everyone's divine blueprint for perfect health, their divine spiritual gifts, and divine abundance now be activated in everyone's bodies, manifest in everyone's lives. Let this integration be gentle, loving, and kind. And now let's fill this up with light and love and release it. I give thanks for this opportunity to serve. All right, guys, let's do 3 ohms to close the circle. Om. Om. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May all the beings in all the worlds be happy. So be it. Nevertheless, not our will, but thy will be done. Father God, thank you for bringing us together, giving us this wonderful opportunity to serve. And I ask again that everyone's filled up with light and love and healing. And they're sent their heart's desires, and that you guide us into doing again, not our will, but thy will be done. So be it. Woo! Thanks, guys. Now, put your feet flat on the floor. I want you to feel the earth energy come up. Feel yourself ground. Feel as the earth energy comes up higher. Feel yourself become centered, very clear-headed, filled with all new possibilities. Feel yourself centering even more and becoming more grounded. So if you're still high after the show, if you have that piece of hematite, hold it. That will ground you. Or go out and put your hands on a tree, send with your palms on the tree, send all your excess energy into the tree, only 30 seconds, and then ask the tree to send you energy back and you'll ground. Eat something, that will help you ground. Take a bath, that will help you ground. So thanks, guys, so much for tuning in. This is Cathy Bilsky, the Quantum Leap Let Light Unite show on UPRN Radio. Again, this is Friday, September 25th. Next week, it's going to be a dolphin week. So if you want to learn how to manifest and get some really insights from the dolphins, tune in. It ought to be great. I'm looking forward to it. All right, good night, guys. And again, thank you again for tuning in. And, if you want to, throughout the week, call down enlightenment. May divine enlightenment descend on everyone now. May divine enlightenment awaken within everyone now. And on that note, I want to say good night. Bless you all. Be happy. Try that joy thing. Try to be happy for one whole day. Do random acts of kindness for the whole day. Don't think of yourself. Do service work. But be joyful. And then let me know what happens. All right. Good night. Aloha.